Hey Kelly, how's it
Hey, hey Derek, how are you? Good to see you.
going? Good, good, Kelly. Thank you so much. How's it? It's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Awesome. And right off the jump, I just wanted to jump in. I'm a pretty big motorsports fan. I'm a car guy at
Mhm.
heart, and when you're a car guy, it sort of bleeds into motorcycles, and vice versa, right? If you're into motorcycles, you're probably into cars. So I
Yeah,
have to ask, are you a motorcycle guy?
I am. Yeah, motorcycles actually came into my life later than most, in my mid to late 20s, I believe. And once I got on two wheels, I just felt like I belonged on there, and I just became obsessive about it. I'm sure it's people, same with you getting into cars. Once you get the hooks in you, then it becomes obsessive, and you just want to ride all the time and buy more motorcycles and just dive into the culture. So, big motorcycle guy, yes.
Awesome. What are your favorite brands, real quick?
Triumph. Triumph for me. I have to say, I love Triumph. I know those people over there, and I've ridden almost every Triumph over there. I'm biased, I will say, but there's incredible motorcycles out there. I've ridden, amazing Yamahas, Ducatis,
Awesome.
BMWs. I mean, across the board. I'm just a motorcycle lover in general, but Triumph has got my heart for sure.
Awesome. Well, that really comes through in the film. We've had like a great wave of car movies like Rush,
Oh yeah.
first Ferrari. Did movies like that help this get made, or was the studio you were working with looking for a motorcycle film, or how did it originate?
Yeah, so for me, I realized that there was an absence of a motorcycle racing film. I thought, I'm not sure why no one has tried to tackle this, and it became a great challenge for me. As far as if they were seeking that, I'm not really sure. I had brought that really from my love of great sports dramas like Ford versus Ferrari. I mean, Grand Prix was a big inspiration in a lot of ways as well. Grounded character drama set in a specific world. Um, but Grand Prix and Ford vs Ferrari and all these films, Rush, they were inspirations for me because I watched those films over and over and over again while I was prepping for this to see how did they capture the speed. What were some of the techniques used. So I became very familiar with all those films. And I'm curious to ask, what is your favorite car racing film, if I'm allowed to ask?
I would have to say Le Mans. You're totally allowed to ask. I love talking about
Okay.
movies, but Le Mans, just Steve McQueen, Porsche versus Ferrari. I was super jazzed that Ferrari won Le Mans last year again, and then
Yeah.
this year. So yeah, that movie. I just remember watching that movie over and over again. Of course, you've got car chase films, Bullet,
Yeah.
Ronin.
Right. Right.
Those are awesome as well. But so the motorcycle stuff was great. Like you could tell it was real people, real bikes, real racing. But
Thank you.
what really impressed me about the movie too was the actual story. Sometimes that gets lost in the shuffle, or you just want to you feature the motorcycles or
Mhm.
cars and have fun with it. But it actually caught me off guard how good the performances were, like particularly Eric Dane,
Mhm.
Edward James Olmos, and the issues that were
Mhm.
tackled in the film, fatherhood, um, alcoholism, things like that. I don't want to give too much
Mhm.
away again. Want
Mhm.
people to watch the movie. But Eric Dane, my family loves Grey's Anatomy. How
Mhm.
did you snag him for this movie?
Well, first, thank you so much for those words. I'm so glad that you were moved by the story. Eric Dane, the character of Dean for me was a particular one to cast because it needed to be somebody who was equally charismatic, but also had a darkness and an edge to him. Who can turn in a second. And so Eric Dane was always somebody on my radar, of course, from Grey's Anatomy, but of course recently from Euphoria. And I thought, gosh, this guy's an amazing actor and is perfect for this. And hopefully we can go after him and get him. And he's been very busy, but luckily he responded to the script and to the themes and the story. And is a motorcycle rider himself. He rode a Ducati for most of his life, and he responded and came on board. And he was just, I couldn't imagine anybody else in the role of Dean. Really, just so lucky.
And excuse me, KJ Appa does a great job as Wes, the main character, and then Maia Reficco. But also you have Edward James Olmos in there. I mean, total legend. Is he
Oh
into
yeah.
motorcycles, or was he just fascinated with the script and the story?
He became so intrigued by motorcycle racing. So I obviously, he's an absolute legend, and he was my dream choice. He was the choice that like maybe we're never going to get there, but and luckily we started there, and he said yes. And I think I think he really responded to the story and to the character, but he was also very intrigued by motorcycle racing. So when I first met with him, when he was already on the set, he said, "You know, I've been doing research for the last 2 weeks of watching races and MotoGP races, and man, it's incredible. It's fascinating. It's," and he just fell in love with it and was so curious on the set when we were doing the races, and just a wonderful, wonderful man.
Yeah, did you show him the Isle of Man TT footage or anything like that?
Oh yeah, he's seen that. I mean, that's the most dangerous of the sport,
Yeah.
which is just incredible to watch. But yeah, they all fell in love with racing. You know, even Maya, who was never exposed to it, once she saw those things in action, and you're right up on the barrister, you know, watching the races, and they fly by. Um, it gets into your bones, you know.
Absolutely. Well, great movie. And this is your first movie, correct?
This is my second feature, yeah, second
Okay, I
film.
do apologize for that. Well, either way, fantastic film. Really encourage everybody to watch it. If you're into motorcycles, just into some good drama. And thank you so much for the opportunity for the interview. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much. Thanks for watching the film and for your kind words. And yeah, hopefully speak with you again. Thank you.
My pleasure, bud. This is Derek Scarzella. Thank you so much for watching this video. Just doing a quick outro. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Above all, we want to hear what you have to say about this video, this movie, what it meant to you. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, of course, YouTube. Check out our website, actionagogo.com. And of course, you can check out my own novels, Knuckle Crackbone, as well as The Vicious Game. Links are all down below. We also have a merch store if you want to enjoy our glorious Action A Go Go electric logo, which is going to come right after this. And of course, again, thank you so much for watching. It's super appreciated. Hope you had a good time. I know we did. Bye.